people I'm with every single day. And I want to pass on greetings from Secretary Duncan, Arnie Duncan, who couldn't be here today. But, you know, I've done this for 4 years. So as soon as we were elected, I said to Joe, I'm going to continue to teach because I have to do what I love. And I can't live your life, I've got to live my own. And so he said, you have to do that, you know. So literally 4 days after the inauguration, I was in the classroom. And most of you know, or maybe you might know, I've been an educator. This is my 31st year. I even hate to say that. I like to say lifelong educator. Because people say, oh my God, 30 years, you know, I wasn't even born. But I currently teach full-time at a community college, Northern Virginia Community College, right in Alexandria. And actually tomorrow, when you're at the White House, I will be in the classroom, so I'll be thinking about it. And before I taught at the community college, where I've been teaching for 18 years, I taught for 13 years at the high school level. I was a reading specialist. I was an English teacher. And I also, after I had our last child, I wanted to keep teaching part-time. So I actually taught at a psychiatric hospital where I took their curriculums from their schools and I continued with them so that when they went back into the school, they weren't like 2 or 3 months behind, that they could just fall right back in. So I've had a lot of different experiences really with teaching over the past 31 years. And I'm sure as you all understand, because you know, look at all of you. I mean, I know teaching is your passion, just as it is my passion. And I always say that I think one of the best things that I can give to my students, and I'm sure you feel this way, is confidence, right? And the ability to feel that they can do whatever it is that they want to do. And I'm sure each of you have plenty of stories about all the students that you inspire. But, you know, our students inspire us, you know, and they make us want to be better. And so on behalf of my husband Joe and the President and Mrs. Obama, I want to say thank you really for all that you do, because you are the best of the best. And there's something that I wanted to talk to you about. You know, I'm also a military mom. My son, Bo, is Delaware Army National Guard. And where's Amber, our Delaware teacher? Oh. And so I didn't catch that. It was a shout out. So our son, Bo, went to Iraq for a year. And really, it was a tough year. It was a tough year for our family. It was a tough year for his children. And so that's what I wanted to kind of talk to you about. Because my 2 grandchildren got so much support from their friends, from the community, from the church, from their schools. And one of the things that I do with the First Lady is the Joining Forces Initiative. Have you heard of it? And it's to create awareness of what military families do and to ask all Americans to commit to an act of kindness for a military family. So in our particular case, my little Natalie, who was 4 at the time, 4 or 5, her teacher hung a picture of Bo's unit outside of the classroom door so that every day all the kids that walked into Natalie's classroom would know that Natalie's daddy was fighting a war. And that meant so much to her. And it really meant so much to me and to Joe as well. So, you know, when I was in Iraq, not last summer, the summer before. And I was walking around and I met 3 generals, and one of the generals said to me, you know, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and during the Christmas play, they played Ave Maria. and another little girl in her classroom just burst into tears. And the teacher rushed over and said, "What's the matter? What's the matter? Why are you crying?" And she said, I'll get through this. "That's the song that they played at my daddy's funeral."
Oh.
And the teacher didn't even know that she was a military child. And I thought, you know what? As educators, we can do better. You know, that we're in this business because we want to be the best. We want to make our students the best that they can be. So one of the components of joining forces is education. So we have asked 100 teaching colleges, colleges who teach teachers, to commit to putting in the curriculum a whole military child aspect of it, so that teachers make sure that they're aware of military kids in their classroom and find out who's deployed, because it's really important, because look at this little girl and what happened to her. So I've been traveling the country, and I've been, sending out this message to teachers to try and be aware of who is in your classroom and who do you have that might be a military child. And I've seen things from, I've seen teachers, a principal in San Diego who made sure that there was a transition room that provided, when military kids came in, made sure that they got all the services that were there. When I was in Chicago, I saw a teacher who was doing art therapy and writing therapy for military kids to express their anxiety. I saw buddy systems that were formed. I saw, so many different things. Teachers who Skyped with parents. They did parent-teacher conferences over Skype, which I think is so great. Or or assemblies or special events, so that the parent who is deployed can see, watch their kid. I mean, look how important that would be. So, these are just some of the ideas that I hope maybe you'll consider in your classroom, or adopting a unit, and a National Guard unit that's in Afghanistan, and have your students send them boxes or write to them, or take care of their families at home. Form a group that's, wants to mow their lawn, or take care of the kids, or take them movies and popcorn on Friday night. So if we could all do that as educators, because that's what we're all about, really. And so today I was on the train, I was coming back from Delaware, and I was reading an article by an English teacher, and she was talking about teaching and literature, and how, trying to create a spark in her students. And she had a quote from Franz Kafka, and it said, a book must be the axe for the frozen sea within us. And as an English teacher, I love that quote. And, it's all about touching the hearts of our students. And I know you. I know who you are, because you are the person who all of your colleagues aspire to be. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for, making such a difference in the lives of all of our American children. So thank you. Thank you.